Imagine waking up in the most extravagant palace in the world on a morning that will change everything.
It's August 15th, 1785, and I'm about to take you through a single day at Versailles, where every breath, every step, every moment is an assault on the senses. If you want to experience history as it was truly lived, subscribe now, because what I'm about to show you is unlike anything you've seen before. Let's step back in time together. The bells of the royal chapel pull me from sleep. Morning light filters through heavy damask curtains, turning my chamber amber and gold. Celeste, my lady's maid, draws them open, and the August sun pours in like honey. The air is already warm, thick with the scent of roses drifting up from the gardens below. I can smell beeswax from the candles burned last night, lavender from my linens, and underneath it all, the faint mustiness that lives in these ancient stone walls. The palace breathes. I breathe with it. The morning ritual begins with cold. Water from a porcelain basin. It shocks my skin awake, and I watch goosebumps rise along my arms. Celeste brushes my hair with steady strokes, working rose powder through the strands until they smell like a summer garden. Then comes the corset. She pulls the silk laces tight, tighter, impossibly tight. The boned fabric digs into my ribs, and I feel my body reshape itself, my waist cinching small enough to span with two hands. The pressure is constant, a gentle suffocation I've learned to ignore. Over this, 3 petticoats of starched linen that rustle with every movement. Finally the gown, silk taffeta in the palest blue, embroidered with silver thread that catches light like water. The fabric is cool against my skin, but heavy, so heavy. I am wearing a fortune. I am wearing art. Breakfast is chocolate and bread in my apartment. The chocolate is thick as mud, bitter and rich, served steaming in a cup painted with tiny flowers. I break apart a brioche, still warm, and the butter melts into it like sunlight into snow. Through my window, the gardens of Versailles stretch into forever, geometric perfection, hedges carved into walls, fountains frozen mid-dance, gravel paths white as bone. The sky above is that particular French blue, cloudless and infinite. A breeze carries the scent of orange trees from the orangerie. Somewhere, a peacock screams. I walk through the palace, and it is a cathedral of excess. The hall of mirrors stretches before me like a tunnel into another world. 357 mirrors catch and multiply everything. My reflection walks beside me, infinite versions of myself in powder blue silk. The chandeliers overhead are sleeping now, but tonight they will hold thousands of candles. The marble beneath my feet is cool even through my silk shoes, and each step echoes in the vast emptiness. Other courtiers drift past like ghosts, their faces painted porcelain white, their wigs towering 3 feet high and powdered grey. We are beautiful. We are absurd. A young comte catches my eye and holds it for a heartbeat too long. Heat rises in my chest despite the cool marble, despite everything. The gardens call to me. I descend the marble steps, and the heat of August hits like a wall. The sun is merciless, blazing down on geometric perfection, but oh, the beauty. The Grand Canal stretches toward the horizon, its surface mirror still and reflecting clouds. The fountains roar to life, water arcing 30 feet into the air, catching rainbows. In the spray. I walk past clipped yew trees that smell green and alive, past beds of roses heavy with perfume, past statues of Greek gods frozen in ecstasy. The gravel crunches beneath my feet. My dress drags behind me, collecting dust. Bees drone in the lavender. The air smells of cut grass and distant horses and summer itself. Near the Latona fountain, I see her. Marie Antoinette, surrounded by her ladies, moving toward the Petit Trianon. She is dressed simply today, or what passes for simple. Here, a white muslin gown, a straw hat with ribbons. She looks almost like a shepherdess. Almost. The diamonds at her throat give her away. I curtsy as she passes and she nods, distracted, already thinking of whatever entertainment awaits. The fountains spray behind her, droplets catching in her hair like jewels. Word spreads quickly. The Queen is hosting a theatrical at the Petit Trianon this afternoon, a pastoral play where she and her ladies will dress as milkmaids and shepherdesses, performing for the court in her private theatre. We are all invited to watch. The absurdity is not lost on me. Marie Antoinette, Queen of France, playing at poverty while real peasants starve 12 miles away in Paris. But I go anyway. We all do. The Petit Trianon is a jewel box of a palace, intimate and lovely. The theatre inside is small, maybe 100 seats, all gilded and plush. The air smells of powder and perfume and anticipation. The curtains part, and there she is, the Queen of France. Barefoot on stage in a cotton dress, carrying a wooden milk pail and singing about the simple life. Her voice is lovely. The irony is crushing. Around me, courtiers applaud and laugh as if this is charming rather than grotesque. I watch, caught between enchantment and horror. The Queen curtsies in her peasant costume, and real diamonds flash at her ears. Afterward, we drift to the gardens of the Petit Trianon. Here, Marie Antoinette has built her fantasy, a working farm with cottages that look rustic but cost a king's ransom. Sheep graze, their wool perfumed and brushed clean. The Queen walks among them, touching their fleece, delighting in the softness. The afternoon sun turns everything golden. The air is sweet with hay and flowers. It is beautiful. It is a lie. I eat a strawberry from her gardens and it tastes like summer and guilt. Evening falls slowly. The sky turns lavender, then rose, then deep blue. I return to my chambers as the first stars appear. From my window I watch the palace transform. Thousands of candles ignite in windows across Versailles, turning it into a constellation on earth. The fountains still run, their sound a constant whisper. The air cools and carries the scent of jasmine. I stand at my window in just my chemise, finally able to breathe. My skin still bears the imprint of the corset, red lines marking where beauty demanded its price. The silk of my nightdress is cool and light after the weight of the day. Celeste helps me prepare for the evening. She brushes my hair again, this time braiding it with ribbon. The cream silk gown is even heavier than the morning's, embroidered with silver flowers that took someone months to stitch by candlelight. I wonder about that person sometimes, the hands that made this beauty I wear so carelessly. The gown smells faintly of cedar from the wardrobe where it waited. Celeste dabs perfume at my wrists, my throat. Orange blossom and musk. I am ready for whatever the night demands. The palace at night is alive with music and candlelight and secrets. I walk through corridors where shadows dance on painted ceilings. Through open windows, I hear violins from the Salon de Musique, laughter from the gardens, the eternal rushing of fountains. The air is cooler now, but still holds the day's warmth in the stone walls. Somewhere below, in rooms I will never see, servants prepare tomorrow's bread. Above, in apartments I will never enter, the king and queen prepare for sleep. And here, in between, we courtiers spin in our beautiful cage. I lie in bed, and the palace settles into its restless quiet. Through my open window, I can smell the gardens, roses and cut grass, and the faint smoke from Paris that never quite goes away. The sheets are silk against my skin, cool and smooth. 4 years from now, though I don't know it yet, most of this will be ashes and memory. The gardens will be trampled. The palace will be ransacked. The queen who played at being a shepherdess will lose her head to a real blade in a real street. But tonight, the fountains still run. The stars still shine. The roses still bloom. And I pretend tomorrow will be exactly like today. If this glimpse into Versailles fascinated you, hit that like button and let me know in the comments which historical period you want to experience next. Subscribe to step into more moments history forgot to tell you about. I'll see you in the past.